Hi everyone, it's Silly Girl Blue. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk a little bit about family vloggers. So I don't know all the topics I want to cover on my channel quite yet, but I do know that I want to talk about the dangers and abuse that comes with child and family vlogging. In the recent years, more people are becoming aware of the dangers. However, I don't believe there will ever be enough awareness until it's illegal to exploit your kids on the internet for views and ad revenue. And I will most likely only talk about a few different family channels that concern me, but the one I want to start with is ADDIE McCracken and Brady Stauffer with their son Rustin, and she is now pregnant with their second son as well, and she wasted absolutely no time in exploiting the pregnancy. Or this Amazon ad here where she says that her fiance has wanted a smoker for so long, and then she comes and plops the smoker on uneven land, and he doesn't even seem excited, and they said they're going to make a pizza in it. Pretty sure you don't make pizzas in a smoker. And of course, the center of the video is Rustin. Had he not been in the video, it wouldn't have gotten any views. Now, I don't want to seem like I'm just being completely oblivious to why people do post their kids online. I know that the family is obviously a really young family, and I understand that the money you can make on YouTube is hard to turn down. I also understand that a lot of people live in a happy bubble where the world is just a happy place filled with good people, but making these videos about family vloggers and the darkness of it is just dark, because there's a lot of people that don't want to believe that there are gross, disgusting people out here that look at kids in ways they shouldn't. There have already been multiple cases where children that post online will get stalkers that literally come to their house, because as a kid, if you're posting online, it's pretty easy to dox yourself. You're not even thinking about, oh, somebody might use this landmark to come find my house, because kids get to be naive in a way. This girl's stalker literally showed up to her house, and her dad had to go to the police and be like, this person is stalking my daughter.
All right, I'll be with you in a second, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, so there's your answer. This girl you've been talking to is 12 years old. You're obviously an adult, so that conversation.
Forbid them not.
Hey,
Forbid them not.
she is 12 years old. That is her parent. He will forbid whatever he chooses. Am I clear on that?
12 is very old. I was looking for a 6-year-old.
All right, that's disturbing.
One, there should not be stalkers. Two, it's your fault as a parent for not monitoring or warning your kids about the dangers of social media and potentially forming relationships with strangers. These fake online relationships that people have with your children can turn into your kids being kidnapped, or even just people having the wrong intentions with the videos you're posting. I don't know if many people know, but there are people out there that can literally use AI to put your child's face on a body that obviously isn't in a proper state, and then sell that kind of stuff on the black market to creeps that want to buy that kind of stuff. So from the perspective of somebody who might just be stalking your kid, which nobody ever wants to think about, but there's people out there that definitely do it and are sick in the mind. But with every picture that you take, there is more to that picture than the eye can see. Every single time you take a photo on your phone stamps it with a bunch of information, your location, your exact longitude and latitude. It's more accurate than your address. It's exactly where you're standing in a building. And location data, which can be reviewed by anybody skilled enough to review it. Police actually use this in digital forensics. And even if you have your services off and everything, your phone is off, there are still background services running and collecting data about where you are and what you're doing on your phone. And people can actually create tools faster now with AI that can extract open source intelligence. So open source intelligence is using any form of already public or semi-public information to find something out about somebody. So you have the semi-public information is information that you can pay for. So like any background check services, that's pretty much like you can pay for that and then you can see somebody's criminal record. And then there's also open source intelligence information that people just give away, like Facebook, X, or Twitter, Instagram, which if you see, people can drop their exact location on Instagram and you can go back and see where they were, exactly what time, or they could even drop their location where they are in that moment. And Snapchat is the same way with Snap Maps. Snap Maps can literally just track you wherever you go. So hypothetically, Addie could post a story with Rustin and someone could use the exact location data and pinpoint their exact foot location and set off on their way to come look for them. And the people going to these measures are not the type of people that you want to run into on the street. As a parent, it's your responsibility to keep your kids safe. They don't understand the dangers. They are naive. They're innocent children. So if you are posting your kid online and exposing them to people that potentially have dangerous knowledge, you are abusing your child. Parents that post their kids on social media like that put their children in the direct line of fire for anyone and everyone to judge them and see them. You give them a digital footprint that they can't control. They have no control of. It's now out there forever. There's nothing they could do to delete it. It's like a real life version of the Truman Show. So if you don't know what the Truman Show is, the main character is played by Jim Carrey. His name is, of course, Truman. And in the movie, the director or creator, let's say, of Truman's life decides that it would be a good idea to record and monetize or pretty much film, like a TV show, a child's life from birth all the way to death. And everyone in Truman's life was an actor who was in on the gig. And, you know, everybody grew to love him and they love like watching him grow up, and he has fans, people that have been invested. They feel like this is like their son. And eventually some of the people in the movie started to actually really care for him and started to give him hints on, or like just telling him, you know, everything is fake. Look deeper into stuff. Like none of this is real. And so once Truman figures everything out, he tries to escape through the ocean, thinking like he'll get to a new landmass, not realizing at the time he's in a dome. But in an attempt to keep Truman in the dark from life to death and actually make the show complete, the director tries to drown Truman in like a tsunami type storm. And eventually the other characters convince the director to stop and not to kill him. They don't want all of his fans to like watch him die. And eventually at the end, when Truman figures everything out and figures out that he's in a dome and everything is fake, he just like lets out this scream where it feels like a moment of realization, understanding, and happiness that like it's over. He made it to the other side now. And then the show just ends like that. There's no real solution. You don't get to hear about how Truman integrates back into society. It's just left like that. And I feel like this movie is a direct correlation to family channels. Like these children's births are literally recorded and posted and monetized online, and they have a life that is like constantly a reality TV show. All their privacy, all their innocence is being taken away from them. Their parents tell all their secrets online. You can't even trust your parents because they're just going to go post all your dirty laundry online for everyone to see. Then, once the kids get old enough to decide they don't want to record their entire lives anymore and the movie is technically over, the children being abused are just left on their own to fix all the brokenness caused by the trauma of having their entire life online for strangers, and dangerous strangers as well, to see and to judge. And I know that Addie, Brady, and Rustin, they seem like a very sweet family, and I'm sure they're very sweet people, but no matter how sweet a family may seem or how good the parents appear to be at parenting, if you exploit your child online, you are an abusive parent. You are also lazy for not being able to make an honest living. Like, these kids are being straight up pimped out by their parents. If you still support family channels after listening to this kind of stuff or any type of page that posts kids, then you're a freak. You're a literal freak. And if you're against it, then you have come across the right page and we should be friends. Okay, bye.